Blips and Grips, an unconventional stargazer's guide to ancient India prologue, so, check it out. I heard about this robot, Blips, right? Total gearhead, like a less cool version of Giorgio Tsoukalos. He's got this bucket of bolts he calls Grips, and they're zipping around in this piece of crap spaceship they call the Cosmic Wanderer. Sounds like some hippie, new age nonsense, right? Anyway, Blips picks up some lame-ass signal from Earth. Earth, people. Can you believe it? Of all the messed up planets out there, he wants to go to Earth. And get this, he's all hyped about ancient India. Ancient mysteries, he calls it. Probably just a bunch of boring-ass temples and some dudes sitting around chanting. But Grips, this rusted tin can, she's got a different idea. She thinks India's got freaking robot wrestling tournaments. Robot wrestling. How dumb can you get? And now for the story about India. Grips, I have donuts, Blips chirped, his voice a high-pitched whir. Now that I have your attention, prepare yourself for a journey to ancient India. We're going to delve into the wonders of their astronomy. Grips, the hulking, one-eyed robot, scratched her dented head. Donuts, Blips chuckled. There were never any donuts, now focus. Grips. The stars, planets, and celestial bodies that adorn the cosmos. Grips blinked her single red eye. But why India? Don't they have stars everywhere? Ah, but Grips, Blips explained, ancient India was home to some of the most brilliant astronomers in history. They made remarkable discoveries and developed complex theories about the universe. Grips, acting like she was paying attention, nodding her head even, to show that she understood what was being said, tried to come up with the perfect question, but the only thing that came out of her faceplate was donuts. With a flash of light and a whirring of gears, their time machine transported them to the heart of ancient India, landing near a bustling city. Blips, ever the meticulous planner, had chosen this era for its intellectual advancements and the lack of hungry dinosaurs that live to chase after shiny things. Whoa, Blips. Check out this crazy place, Grips exclaimed, her single red eye blinking rapidly as she took in the bustling marketplace. It's like a giant flea market, but with more turbans. Blips, ever the cautious one, nervously adjusted his goggles. Grips, please try to keep your voice down. We don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves. Attention? But Blips, we're celebrities. We're time travelers. These guys have probably never even seen a robot before. Grips boomed, accidentally bumping into a spice vendor and sending a cloud of turmeric powder into the air. Blips, look, she exclaimed, pointing a massive metal finger. They have so many colorful things here. She proceeded to lumber towards the nearest stall, her booming footsteps sending tremors through the ground and causing a nearby merchant to spill his tea. Grips' next great accomplishment was discovering a group of musicians playing traditional Indian instruments. Blips, look. They're making such joyful noises. She clapped her massive metal hands together, creating a thunderous clap that startled the musicians and sent their instruments scattering. Blips, trying to maintain a low profile, followed Grips through the crowded marketplace. They passed snake charmers, henna artists, and food stalls overflowing with exotic delicacies. Grips, with her usual clumsiness, managed to knock over a stack of clay pots and accidentally set a chicken loose. Grips, Blips hissed, trying to wrangle the squawking bird. Can you try to be just a little less disruptive? But Blips, this place is amazing. Grips protested, her voice echoing through the marketplace. It's like a party for all five senses. They made their way through the crowded streets, Blips constantly apologizing for Grips's unintentional clumsiness. Grips, on the other hand, was enthralled by the sights and sounds of ancient India. She marveled at the intricate architecture, the colorful clothing, and the delicious smells wafting from the food stalls. Finally, they reached an astronomical observatory, where a group of scholars were gazing at the stars through telescopes made of bamboo and lenses crafted from polished crystals. Blips, eager to learn about their astronomical knowledge, approached the scholars, dragging Grips along. The scholars, initially intimidated by the metal giant, were soon captivated by Blips's inquisitive nature. They explained their understanding of the cosmos, their calculations of planetary movements, and their concept of a spherical Earth. "But how did you come to these conclusions without modern technology?" Blips inquired. The scholars smiled. "We have keen observation, precise calculations, and a deep reverence for the cosmos," they explained. "We have been studying the stars for generations, passing down our knowledge through the ages." Blips, who had been patiently listening, suddenly exclaimed, "So, you're like the stargazers. Do you have donuts?" The scholars chuckled. Blips. "We seek to understand the universe and our place within it." Blips, beaming with newfound knowledge, thanked the scholars. As they were leaving the observatory, Blips noticed a commotion in a nearby courtyard. "Blips, look," she exclaimed, lumbering towards the commotion. "They seem to have lost something." Before Blips could stop her, Blips had joined the crowd, her towering presence causing a hush to fall over the courtyard. A group of dancers were frantically searching for a missing peacock feather, an essential part of their upcoming performance. "We cannot perform without the sacred feather," one of the dancers lamented. "It is a symbol of grace and beauty." Blips, always eager to help, scanned the courtyard with her single red eye. Her gaze landed on a rooftop, where a mischievous monkey was gleefully waving the peacock feather. With a gentle rumble, Blips extended her massive metal hand towards the rooftop. The monkey, startled by the approaching giant, dropped the feather and scurried away. Blips caught the feather and gently returned it to the grateful dancers. "You have saved our performance," they exclaimed, showering Blips with thanks and blessings. Blips, shaking his head in amusement, realized that Blips, despite her clumsiness, had a knack for finding herself in the most unexpected situations. He also realized that the ancient Indian astronomers, like Blips, had a unique ability to find grace and beauty in the vastness of the cosmos. Epilogue: Blips and Blips made their way back to their time machine, leaving behind a group of grateful dancers and a group of bewildered scholars. Their journey to ancient India had been far from what Blips had planned, but thanks to Blips's unique brand of chaos, it had certainly been memorable.